Well, turning now to Newfoundland and Labrador, where a massive fire in Happy Valley-Goose Bay is now under control.
It was a huge effort on behalf of, all our emergency services were engaged, and our crews fought very hot, very comfortable conditions through the night.
Emergency services are working to clean up the abandoned buildings at an airport that caught fire last night. The fire was considered especially dangerous since there are explosive materials nearby. However, the RCMP says that there is no risk currently of explosions. The town's mayor lifted the state of emergency this morning. CBC's Andrew McGuire has the latest on the situation.
Well, the major takeaway, of course, is that the state of emergency that was put in place last night has been lifted. So that's a big relief to everyone, especially the 20 to 30 residents who were evacuated last night. So they have been able to return home. And in his update, Mayor George Andrews, he also talked about some of the impacts of the fire. He mentioned that debris was flung hundreds of feet away from the fire, confirming that explosions did take place. And he acknowledged the historic and economic loss of the fire and nearby businesses as well, because this old Canadian Air Force hangar is a real piece of history in the town, and many people regard it as a landmark. And finally, he also asked the general public to stay away from the area because firefighters and other first responders are still on the scene.
And Andrew, what are you hearing about the fire from residents in the area?
Well, my colleague Rivu Rashid, he spoke with Monica and Keith Legg. They were evacuated last night, and this has been a big ordeal for them, of course, as you can imagine, but they said they're very happy to be back home now after this very stressful experience. And at the moment, the nearby SPCA, which is located near the fire, they had to evacuate all the animals, but they're just about to bring them all back home. So my colleague is on the scene there, so we're hoping to document the big homecoming of all the animals there. And we expect to speak with the Happy Valley-Goose Bay Fire Chief shortly as well. So we hope to bring you more details on the fire itself soon.